Good morning, students. Today we will start chapter 3, Human Reproduction. In this chapter, we will read about male and female reproductive system. So, first we will start from the introduction. Sexual reproduction is the common feature of all the animals, including human being. It involves two major events. First is formation of gamete and second is fusion of gametes. So from where we are getting these gametes? So both male and female organisms take part in this type of reproduction. So male gametes form sperm and female gamete form ova inside the ovary. The union of two specialized cell called the fertilization means when these two cells getting together, that is called the process is fertilization. That process is known as fertilization, and what they are forming after the fertilization, we get the result as a single cell, and that single cell is known as zygote. It develops and after eventually it get developed into a offspring. It is also called the syngenesis. Syngenesis means together origin, means these two cells come together and form and make a origin of a new cell or a development of new cell. Okay, so here you can see the difference between sexual and asexual reproduction. Now come to reproduction in human beings. Human being is also known as mammals. So in human being, special type of sex organs are found. These sex organs are called reproductive organ, and all the part of the reproductive organ together constitute reproductive system. Means all these cells when come together and these organs together is known as constitute reproductive system. In human being, both the sex organ are found in separated bodies. Like I told you, male and female both takes part in this process. So male sex organ produce sperm and female sex organ produce egg. After that, the primary sex organ are testes in males and ovaries in females, है ना? So means in male what they are forming, they testes in a primary sex organ. In males we will talk about that is testes, and in ovary in female. Okay, so they produce male gamete, that is a sperm, and the female gamete, ova, respectively. So we'll come to the male reproductive system. What is male reproductive system? The male reproductive system consists of two testes contained in the scrotal sac. Scrotal sac you can see in this diagram here. Okay, so scrotal cell, so accessory organs and the penis. Okay, so these are the general, they are dividing these parts into many points. So first is accessory organ, second is penis, and third is scrotal sac, which is sometimes referred as the external genital. Why we are saying these are external genital? You can look in this diagram. See, they all are present in the external part. So the scrotum provide, no, here you can look, this is known as a scrotum. In this diagram you can see here it is a scrotum at the downside. So the scrotum provide the favorable environment of the lower temperature. Generally our human body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, but these scrotum need less than 2 degrees Celsius as compared to our human body. So and why they need less temperature? Because the production of sperms, that is also known as spermatozoa. For the production of spermatozoan sperms, the other structure arises as the spermatozoa. In other language what we can say, spermatozoa. So now we'll talk about testes. After testes we'll talk about the male reproductive system is involved not only in the production of male gamete, rather it is responsible for the secretion of number of male hormones. Means by this process they are also secreting what? Male hormones. Now we'll talk about testes. So if we will talk about testes, we have a pair of testes, but here we can't able to see that number of pair. We having testes in a two pair, but we only see the single number of pair. So the testes is divided into three layers, that is outer, middle and inner. Each layer is covered with a layer of connective tissue known as tunicle albugina. Here you can see here tunicle albugina. So The outermost layer of the testis tunicle valgusnilla, you can see in this diagram. I'll show you. See here, tunicle albugina, right? So then the middle layer is known as tunicle albugina. See here, the outermost layer, this is known as tunicle albugina. So, and the most inner layer is known as tunicle vasculosa. Tunicle vasculosa. Now we will come to the chamber. So what I am saying at the starting, at the beginning, that it is divided into two chambers. So that two chambers known as the seminiferous tubule. So if you see the figure number 3.3 B section, first point is here, that first labeled name is seminiferous tubule. So this is the second chamber of this testis. It is present inside it, and that it is about 250 to 300 compartment may be present in the testis and in a one lobe. So I am talking about this lobe. Here this is a coiled structure, right? So inside these coiled structure, 250 to 300 compartment of cells are present inside it. Now we'll come to the seminiferous tubule. So actually what it is providing us, we'll have two types of cell in the seminiferous tubule. First is male gamete cell, right? We are talking about the production of cells. So first is male gamete cell and second is sterile cells. Male gamete cells is present inside the seminiferous tubule, but you can see here, in this diagram, sterile cell, right? So what they are actually providing us, germ cells will provide us sperm, right? The production of sperm, and sterile cell provide nourishment to them. So they are providing nourishment to them. अब ये जो seminiferous cell है, इसमें कुछ जगहें होती है, मीन्स स्पेस होता है, एम्प्टी स्पेस होता है. So they have one or more cell that is called as Leydignagial cell, and basically they prove the testosterone, the hormone, or we call the androgen. This is a hormone, or in other language we can also say is that a male sex hormone. So here we have completed the three cells, right? Now sperms are produced here in seminiferous tubule, and they will make a network of fiber, and these will come to the rete testis, right? After these all the things will come in a network in rete testis and join and give the vasa efferentia and give it to the vasa efferentia. In this diagram you can see here, I have made this circle also. This is called vasa efferentia, means after these all the cells making a network of cells, and at last by the collecting of all the cells, they are coming in the vasa efferentia, right? Okay, now again from here it will move from the cupped epididymis. See here, capped epididymis, the head part of the figure. So it is the head part, it is nothing about it, just a coiled structure जो इससे लिंक करता है. एक्चुअली इट गॉट लिंक्ड विद द वासा एफ्रेंशिया एंड द एपिडाइडमिस. So what is the work? So in short we can say is that epididymis store the sperms and provide the nourishment or nutrition. It divided into three parts. Again it will divided into three parts. The outer layer, that is tunica valginia, right? Inner layer also we know, and now the head part is called the epididymis. It is a capped, or we can say capped epididymis. Okay, so the middle part also known as the corpus epididymis. Corpus epididymis, see here, you can see है ना, after vasa efferentia, corpus epididymis. And the last or the tail part, this is the tail part. what is written here? Chorda epididymis. This is a biological term. Okay, so यहाँ से ये टेल को ट्रांसफर, यहाँ से ये टेल में आता है, यहाँ से ये ट्रांसफर करेंगे स्पर्म्स को कहाँ पे? वासा एफ्रेंशिया, क्योंकि जो कॉडा एपिडाइडमिस इट इज़ द लोअर पार्ट, वी कैन से अ टेल पार्ट, बट इसके ऊपर जब हम जाते हैं तो ये क्या है? वासा एफ्रेंशिया, देन वासा deferens. Okay, so this is the full process of male reproductive system. Thank you.